Hey guys, what is up? For OddsChecker, we are bringing you the Friday rundown. I am here with one of the sharpest bettors on Twitter, Matt. Matt, how's it going?
Going great, Melissa. How you doing? It's Friday. No complaints.
I'm just missing Slop a little.
Yeah, me too. I'm thinking about him, but he's here in spirit. You know.
He is. Speaking of, let's recap the two bets you guys made on yesterday's show. You're still climbing that ladder, right? With Florida.
Well, this technically wasn't a ladder pick, but we could say it was, Melissa. But no, because of the odds, they just didn't pan out.
Okay.
It was minus 110, right? Yeah, minus 110. So I couldn't use that one, but no, they got it done. UAB, they were kind of blowing them out, and then college basketball gets close for a little, and then they kept coming back. But John, on the other hand, he wanted me to tell you this one wasn't his fault because LeBron had an assist. It wasn't taken away from him, but he had it. So he made a pass, right?
Okay.
Guy lays it up. It was a clear goaltend. They didn't call it. So that's kind of why I lost. So I know if John was here, he would say that it wasn't his fault. And
it never is.
No, it's not his fault. He wouldn't have recapped that one because, like he always says, you don't recap losses. Losers recap losing, winners recap win. So that's where John came in. But hopefully we'll get some winners today, Melissa. We're gonna have a couple more, right? A couple more picks for the weekend. So we'll be rolling.
There will be no hockey picks this weekend on my end. We got the NHL All-Star break, so I'm at a loss. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the Super Bowl lines. Now, nothing crazy. There's not been a lot of movements. Matt, you still siding with the Eagles? You had some time to think about it.
Well, yeah. The more I think, the more I like them. Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, this is where the line's going to kind of stay.
Right.
We've talked about it. Maybe a slight shift. I don't like the fact that a lot of people like the Eagles. That scares me because all year people keep betting against them. Now they're starting to like them in the Super Bowl. Like, that's not fair. Even when they played, no offense, your Giants, everyone bet on the Giants. Like, it was.
Why did you say no offense? I'm glad that my team is well liked.
Yes, I didn't want to offend you, but then it's like now, okay, why is everyone betting on my team? Kind of scares me a little. But no, I think they'll still get it done, and I think this is the line that we'll probably see up until game time. But what can you do? I mean, there's so many things to bet on the Super Bowl. Most people probably already put in their side. Now they're starting to look at props and fun bets like we'll discuss on this show today. But yeah, there's so much stuff to bet. You got to do it all. You know what I mean? On the Super Bowl, it's the last game of the year. You don't get another NFL game till September. So go all in. This is it. I mean, it's a long break.
College football will start in August. So
yeah, we do get that back in August. That's not bad, but it's not the same. There's NFL. It's going to be sad. No, there's Sundays without NFL. I mean, it's going to be. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, this is depressing. It's going to be an adjustment. Now I have to actually do stuff on Sunday. So
what are your plans after your Eagles win the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Nothing. I guess go to church. I don't know. I mean, it's Sunday. There's nothing else to do on a Sunday. Maybe there's college basketball.
There's hockey. There's a lot of hockey.
Okay. Yeah. See, I don't know if I would watch hockey on a Sunday. But maybe I'll get into it because why not? I mean, there's going to be nothing else to watch. USFL is coming back too. Maybe we'll dive into that. It's football. So.
And then in 2024, you'll have the AFL. Did you hear they're bringing back the league?
John and I were discussing yesterday. So the Philadelphia Soul kind of run the Arena Football. I don't know if you know that. So just another Philly team that kind of runs the Arena League. I don't know if they're still a team. So like. If they are, though, they'll probably win whatever it's called, their Super Bowl. I don't know what they call it.
Well, we got a couple of years to do our research on that one.
Yes, we do have time.
But let's go to one of the more interesting bets we have for the Super Bowl. It is called the Scorigami. Now, a Scorigami is when the final score is just a unique score that's never happened before. We're getting yes at plus 1,800, no at minus 8,000. Matt, we gotta bet yes, right? Just because.
Yeah, I mean we have to bet yes, just because why not? The thing is like I could see both of these teams going for two a couple times. So the Eagles like to do one of those things where they try to draw you offside on an extra point attempt, which is very unusual. But like they'll hard count you on it, try to get you to jump, and then Sirianni goes for it on the one. He's a big analytics guy. I don't know if Reed is like a huge analytics guy because he's maybe a little more old school. Obviously, he's been around longer than Sirianni. But why not? I mean, what are you going to do? Bet minus 8,000? Like, you have to bet yes if you're going to get involved in this bet. And it's fun. Now, we did get some fun facts from our producer, Nigel. What? It's all like the Broncos. The Broncos love Scorigami. So the last 3 Super Bowls to end in a Scorigami, I think the Broncos played in like every game. And what was the most recent one? 2014, I think. It was that the Broncos Seahawks? I think was the last
43-8.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. So if the Eagles win like 47-9, I think that would be a Scorigami, and that could happen. But yeah, you need some weird things. So here's the things I think you need for a Scorigami. It's like a safety, right? You get a safety, the score gets weird, and then a 2-point conversion somewhere along the way, and then you have a chance, right? Or like a bunch of field goals, maybe like a 15-10. I don't know if that's ever been done. Maybe it's just like a field goal parade. I don't know. But yeah, why not? I mean, just throw like $20 on it and. You wouldn't even know if you won until it settles. Like, I don't know. I don't know all the Scorigamis, do you? Like, you would have to do a lot of research to see the exact score you need. It's a bet you'll forget you even lost if you lose it. So I'm all in. I say we take it.
It doesn't even count as a loss, I feel, if you lose it.
That's what I mean. But if you lose it, what are you going to tell someone? Oh, I lost a plus 18. Like, no one's going to make fun of you for it, right? I mean, if you go the other side.
And you lose that. Yeah.
I saw someone bet like 13 grand. On no quarterback to have a catch, and it's like minus like 4,000 or something, and the guy only makes, I don't know the math, but he makes like 2,000. I'm like, some of these people, I don't understand that bet. Probably a quarterback won't catch a ball, but who knows? They're both athletic quarterbacks. Like, you could do,
and you don't want to be the loser that lost.
You don't want to lose it. Yeah, at a Super Bowl party, you don't want to lose a minus 4,000 bet. Nobody will take you serious. So yeah, that's a pretty. I saw that bet today, and I was like, I might take a quarterback to catch a ball, right? I mean,
I was just thinking that when you told me.
Yeah, like they always, last year they tried to throw to Matthew Stafford. Cooper Kupp just missed him, but he was open. The Eagles Super Bowl, Nick Foles, obviously Philly. Like, you see it enough. Mahomes and Hurts are both athletic. It's not like you have statues back there, Like, it could happen. I won't be shocked if it happened. But yeah, the Scorigami bet, I think it's fun. I just think it's a cool bet. Like, why not? This is what I'm talking about when I say there's only so much time left in the NFL season. Like, you have to get these kind of bets to get the blood flowing. Because if you don't, I mean, what are you doing? You're just waiting for nothing. Like, there's no next week anymore. This is it. So
right.
I think it'll be fun. Why not? And it's kind of due, right? 2012 was the last time. Well, that's been.
How old were you in 20? I was graduating college. No, high school. I wasn't graduating college. Don't worry.
College. Are you sure? Oh, okay. High school. I was 14, 13. I was 13 or 14. I was young. Yeah, so yeah, it's been a while. So I mean, I guess I'm due for a Scorigami in the Super Bowl.
I mean, NFC East, they're a quirky bunch, so I wouldn't be surprised if they pull this off.
Could happen. Why not? You got to do it. So make sure you guys throw it in. These bets are fun. We did a lot of analysis on the coin flip yesterday or 2 days ago. This one needs less analysis. It's just going to hit. Like you can flip a coin 20 times and see what you get.
Didn't we flip a coin last year's Super Bowl? We were like just doing best out of 3. Did it hit?
No, I think we didn't. It hit. Yeah. So like we might have to do that one more time as a group. Me and John were suggesting people to like flip a coin 20 times and see what comes out more, just for a little more of a sample size. Whatever comes up more, you bet. You know what I mean? That's a fun way to do it, and it's it seems logical at the time, at least, right? Like, you're flipping the coin.
Or at a Super Bowl party, every single person there can flip a coin, and you just pick whoever.
Like that. Like the majority win.
Yeah.
The majority win. Yeah. All right. It's not a bad idea. You got to have a lot of quarters ready.
I was about to say, but you also have to have a lot of guests. Like, what if it's just you and your dad? Like, it'll.
Yeah, I mean, it can't just be like you, your dad, and your dog. Like, you need some people. So. Yeah, that's a good idea. That we're going to a bar and be like, all right, let's do it.
Like, that's fun.
That would be fun, but you'd have to, like, again, how many quarters are there out there?
All right, well, let's get into tonight's bets. Matt, you are looking at the Celtics, who are taking on the Suns. Now, this is a rematch that saw the Celtics blow out the Suns on their home court. So I think we're going to expect a little something from Phoenix tonight. What are you looking at?
Yeah, you kind of mentioned it. They did blow them out the first time they played. So Phoenix got beat 125-98. That was at home, like you also alluded to. That game was way back in December, early December. Both different teams at the moment. Suns are still without Devin Booker. They're without Cam Payne off their bench. You know the whole situation that's gone down with Jay Crowder. So the Suns are 27-26. Coming into the year, they were slated to be a top 3 team in the West, so they've been pretty disappointing to this stage in the season. A little worried, to be honest, about Chris Paul. I mean, we kind of have this thought of Chris Paul that he's still, a top-tier player, but if you've watched him play, especially as of late, he's really struggled.
You have him on your fantasy team, like Melissa does.
You have him on your fantasy team?
I was like one of the last people that I could pick, so I was like, all right.
I could never get into the fantasy basketball, but why not? He still gets assists sometimes, right?
Once in a while. I don't think anyone. Do you play fantasy baseball?
I tried it. I tried fantasy baseball.
I have not logged in weeks for either. I think you go strong the first 2 months with the.
But that's what happens.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and then it just breaks down. Fantasy football. That's why fantasy football is king. That's the only one that you can actually do. But so Paul struggled last game out. 3 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. So he did not help your fantasy team if he was still in your lineup. But I expect him. Yeah, right. I expect him to get going at some point. So I'm going to back the Suns tonight plus 10. My thought process here. I mentioned that they got beat bad by Boston. They just got beat by 32 points on their home floor on Wednesday night. I mean, that's just like a demoralizing kind of loss. But also, I like backing a team fresh off those kind of losses because you flush those losses in like the third quarter. You know the game's done early. Right. They got to rest their starters in the fourth. They didn't have to play. They weren't taxed at all late. So they do have their legs underneath them. 10 points, though, it's a lot. At the end of the day, this is still a really good Suns team. Like I said, no Booker, but you still do have Paul. You still have Bridges. You have Cam Johnson. You have DeAndre Ayton. Like, they have guys who are capable of keeping this thing respectable. So I think they fight here. I think they make it an interesting game. I don't expect them to win or anything, but, hey, just keep it close. Hang around. 10 points, a lot of points in this league. We know that. We know the runs that they want at the end of a game. So give me the Suns. Make it interesting. Friday night. Not a pretty slate, Melissa, so we got to dig deep on this.
It's not. I'll give you that one. Definitely. I actually have to make a college basketball pick. Like, what's happening here? I cannot wait till hockey is back. Yeah, so what you're going to tell me what you think. You are the college basketball expert here. So I am looking at the St. Peter's game. They're taking on the Riders. What do you think so far initially? Now, we were really high on St. Peter's last year. I mean, I think everyone was. It was a fun run. This is not the same team. Peacocks, they kind of suck this year. Like, what do you think? Have you seen them play?
I was just going to say to you, I haven't seen them play, but, I mean, Doug left, the coach left. Like, who's even there?
There's nobody there. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. Riders are getting -5, and they've actually been good. They've won the last of their 5 games, so they're on a streak right now, and I think there's a good chance for them to keep it going here.
Okay. I like it.
-5 you can get that number at Caesars Sportsbook. Everywhere else has like -5.5. I've seen -7 somewhere, but we're going to stick with -5.
We want 5. Yeah, we want 5. That's better than 7. Who's home tonight? Is it St. Peter's home or Riders home?
No, it's Rider.
Okay, yeah. They'll probably spend.
Yeah, they're going to bring some momentum. I mean, riding a 5-game winning streak in your home field in front of all your friends and fans, like, come on.
To be ready to go. Yeah.
Plus, their senior guard, Dwight Murray Jr., is actually pretty fantastic. He just scored 20 points against both Iona and Siena, and Iona's a good school.
He's hot. Yeah, Iona. Rick Pitino at Iona. Yeah, they have a pretty good rep. Yeah, I'm all in. How many people do you think go to a Rider basketball game at night at their school?
We're going to find out tonight when I watch.
Where do you watch that thing? Do you have like ESPN Plus? I think that's the only place. The funny thing with like Friday night games, because I used to be like a degenerate and bet like all of them.
You can stream it on ESPN Plus, by the way.
I figured it out. Yeah, see, ESPN Plus is everything. But like, if you do watch the game, I want you to like listen to the announcers. It's so funny. Like it's so like laid back compared to, you know what I mean? Like watching an ESPN game, it's so quiet. Like it just feels like you're watching like a high school game. But hopefully, the crowd shows up for you, and then get the boys riled up. What are they? The Broncos, right? Rider?
Yep.
Yeah, see? Rider Broncos. They're
the Bronx, actually?
The Bronx. Oh, wow, not the Broncos. I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's new. It's interesting.
It's different.
We just talked about the Broncos earlier today. So, hopefully that keeps them going as well.
A lot of Broncos talk, yeah. I mean, hopefully that does get them going. But no, I like it. You know what? Why not? You need some action, Melissa. It's Friday night. What time do they play? 7? early
They
game.
play at 7 p.m. Oh yeah, and then the Suns play later in the night, right?
I was gonna say. So we got you guys covered all night. I think they play late, kind of late, maybe 7 or 8. I don't know. It's in Boston now. Now they
Oh,
probably
you're
don't.
right. They probably play earlier. When do
I
they?
thought it was in Phoenix for a second, but now it's not.
They're playing at 7:30, so you got to do
Okay.
action.
There you go. Hit both bets and then go out and have a good night. That's how you do it. That's my advice.
That's what John's always saying. You got to go to the liquor store. Pick when you get there,
Yes.
and you just have a time.
That's that. If John was here, that's what he would say. He would definitely give that advice. So
I'll
we got
try to make him proud. We'll both try to make him proud today.
It's always the goal.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, this has been another episode of the Best Bets on our Friday Rundown. We will catch you guys again soon.